Yeah, so 12 years ago, I was graduating from university. At the time, I was running a automotive racing event. And through that business, I needed print. I needed flyers, business cards, banners, and I thought a print broker was, maybe my next step. But it's a very seasonal business here in Toronto. As you can tell outside with all the snow, today's not a day to go racing outdoors. So I got into the print business with something a bit more year-round and could put food on the table for years to come. About 5 years ago, we started C17 Auto Armor, and it's catered toward high-end hypercars and race car liveries. We found that we were doing a lot of commercial wraps, food trucks, box trucks, vehicles, but really on that commercial print side, and we rebranded as C17 Auto Armor for that side, doing paint protection film or PPF, race car liveries, and we've seen our projects at local auto shows, but also race across North America and into France. It was easy to be a print broker in the sense that you were passing emails across to get what you needed. Unfortunately, at least for me, I felt we had no control. Our largest client could call, and it didn't matter if we wanted to pull a night shift or not. We were at the liberty of whatever our vendor was going to do. And if they didn't want to pull that job off overnight, we couldn't do it. And it was an uncomfortable feeling, so it was a time for a change. I think manufacturing in-house presents its own challenges, right? You're dealing with upgrading the equipment constantly to have the latest and greatest technology. You're looking at downtime, color, personnel. There's a lot of challenges there, but having the control, I think, is well worth it. It's a learning experience, and it's step by step. We didn't grow from 400 square feet to our 18,000 overnight. We had multiple steps in there. It was kind of one machine at a time. So you just learn as you go and make sure that you're providing the proper output for your clients. It was definitely more challenging when COVID first hit, because it was an uncertainty that I had never seen during those years, but we were able to stick together as a team and get through that. And honestly, I'm fortunate to have this team with me, because I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing without them. When we're doing equipment purchases, we're always looking for the latest technology. Obviously, that's got to come at a price point that we think is warranted as well. But we need technology that's going to serve us for the coming years. The machine behind us is our second Vanguard. Our first Vanguard was definitely a unique purchase, at least for a company of our size. We visited them at a trade show in New Orleans, and looking at other technology was where we thought our investment was going to go. But we met the team there. We demoed the printer, and by the end of the trade show, we had done a handshake deal and had a printer up here in a few days. So it was definitely a unique purchasing story. It was a no-brainer when we needed our second Vanguard that we were going to go back with them. But I think that whether it's our customers or suppliers or employees, friendship, trust, and doing the right thing, I think is one of the most important things in business. I think today, you need to have a very large software component. That can be a wide range of things, from an ERP system, a CRM, in-position software, proofing software. You're not going to hit the timelines you need without having a software component attached to your business. So our front-end software, we have a Procero web-to-print store. That's only for existing clients. It's custom login for them. Then from then on, we use Lift ERP, which is a Durst product, for all our order entry and order processing. All of our pre-flighting is done through the Infocus platform. All of our imposition is done through Ultimate InfoStrip, and that'll give everything dropped into hot folders to our various production devices. Everything is then sent back to Lift ERP to get processed towards our accounting software. We definitely had a lot of help along the way on the workflow, but it also didn't come in one shot. It was piece by piece, hopefully making the right choices. There's software like our ERP, which we had one platform, and a few years later we decided that we had made the wrong choice, and it was a painful choice, but we switched. Yeah, customers are going to look at imposition as something that has to be done on the job. When we're pricing them out, we in our ERP system, we know we got to account for that time. But especially on the smaller jobs, you can't make money on imposition. So it's critical to have the imposition done correctly. It also saves us a lot on material costs and ink costs by making sure we're maximizing the sheet, reducing our waste. We even do items like waste cuts to make sure waste disposal is easier. But there's a lot involved in imposition that I think at first glance you don't realize. It took us a little bit of time to get up and running, but that was more because we were doing our research on it. Ultimate Input Strip as a product itself was very easy to use. A lot of the settings and features in the back end are toggle switches. So it's a matter of just finding the workflow that you want. We have a lot of specific workflows in our business, from large format flatbed work, roll-to-roll work, small format work coming off our Konica device. And each of them needs different sheet sizes or roll sizes. We have a lot of specific requirements around corrugate that deal with flute direction. So it's not just a matter of imposition, it's what's that flute direction for each piece. So there was some setup there, but in terms of once we actually gave Ultimate the go, getting up and running was very, very quick. The first demo we did, I would say didn't blow us away, but in their defense, the wide format software for them was new. Traditionally, they've done a lot of offset or digital work. And at the time when we did our first demo, that was the initial release. But all of our suggestions, changes, recommendations were completed. And by the time we came full circle, we looked at other imposition softwares that also didn't stand up to what we were hoping for. When we came back around, Ultimate had everything we needed. It'll be in the wide format side. As much as we have a lot of offset, litho work, small format digital, our core business is on the wide format side, both roll to roll and rigid, and we see a lot of potential for growth there in the coming years. We're always looking at growing. However, we're a smaller business and we've always taken growth at a slow and steady pace. We want to make sure that we can continue to satisfy the clients that we have and make sure we keep up with the demands that they have.